What up, people? Welcome to another Crep Check. Today we are going extreme off-piste. I'm talking the wildest of wildcard sneakers. The Converse Space Jam spin on the Runstar Motion high top sneaker. What is crack-a-lacking, people? It is your boy, it is your dog, it is your brother from another mother, aka the lifestyle surgeon, aka Dr. Vassell, aka Wayne. Welcome to Crep Check, where you guessed it, we be checking out them creps. Today, we're all about edge, and I mean edge with a capital E. Edge. We are celebrating the release of the Space Jam movie with the Converse Space Jam Runstar Motion high top sneaker. Selling for a recommended retail price of £100. Let's take a look. A very out here sneaker that is definitely going to turn heads, maybe for both the right reasons and the wrong reasons, depending on your viewpoint. But this is exactly why I love fashion and the sneaker game. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. As we like to do on Crep Check, let's start at the box. A very loud box. This box, all the panels apart from the inferior portion feature what appears to be like a solar system with planets, stars, and as you can see on the superior aspect of the box, you've got the Space Jam, a new legacy with the Warner Brothers sign kind of illuminating it. And in the backdrop, you can see the stars, the planets, and this continues as a running theme throughout all panels of the box. What you notice is you see there is the Converse logo, and you see the big Converse logo at the front of the box and also on the other side panel. And the shoe tag reads, Runstar Motion High, Concord white and black with an ID code of 172488C, and it's in my size UK 11. I just keep dropping that in case somebody wants to send me some free sneakers. I'm your boy. The inferior aspect of the box just lets you know that Warner Brothers have collaborated and also basically tells you to recycle. It has this lovely little caption that says, "This box deserves another chance to hold a pair of Converse shoes. Please recycle." So let's get into the sneaker. Pow! Pow, 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 pow. Crep Check crew, let me know. CCC, Crep Check crew. I've got it. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are of this sneaker. Like I said, it's probably a bit of Marmite. Some people will love it, some people will hate it, and some people, I guess, will be in the middle. Let me know in the comment section. I'm very eager to know your thoughts on this one. Out of the box, I've got to say first impressions are, wow, this sneaker is real expressive. There ain't nothing shy about this. I mean, wow, I'm immediately drawn to the outsole and the midsole. It's just full of texture, full of color, full of vibrance, very contrasting. You know, it's got sharp, it's wavy, it's a very expressive sneaker. Woo, very out here. So people, what do you think? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Is this a work of art or is this dead? Just let me know. Looking at the lateral aspect of this sneaker, I've got to say, wow, I really do like the contrast, the textures. You know, this is not a shy sneaker. This is not a sneaker you can wear and hide away in the background. Even if you're in the background, you're coming to the foreground. It's just a thing. What I've got to say is the midsole and the outsole is really soft and quite robust. It's more firm at the posterior and anterior aspect with this blade-like outsole here, but my gosh, it's really soft, surprisingly soft as a matter of fact. Yeah, so this outsole just has this crazy blade-like, alien-like design. It's just such a crazy idea, such a crazy pattern. I love when people just go off piste, rip up the manual and just allow their creative juices to flow and just get to things. And this sneaker is an example of that, I've got to say. The sole is, you know, it's probably a work of art. So the rubber at the anterior aspect, I'm going to call space blue. And the posterior aspect, I'm going to call jet black. It is jet black. And in between, it's separated by a crisp white outsole and midsole. Now moving superiorly from the midsole to the satin upper, it features a limited edition Space Jam Serververse print. This Serververse print is very similar to the print that we saw in the box. It's basically a constant, it looks like a solar system. You see planets and stars and beams and things like that. It's a kind of a blend of colors. So we're looking at hues of blues, purples, greens, you know, just kind of like a sea, spacey kind of vibe. Looking at the interior aspect of the sneaker, we can see how this blade-like outsole flips up onto the toe box and then is met beneath it by this rubber toe cap portion. Continuing our progression up the sneaker, we have the ongoing satin Serververse upper that's on the tongue as well. And as you notice, it has the Converse logo imprinted on the tongue in quite a rough, quite a firm feeling material, I must say actually. Now the shoelace inlets are kind of what we expect from a Converse sneaker. They're silver, they pop, and they pop against the black laces that you can see featured here. Just gotta say again, wow, these are loud. These are loud. The medial aspect of the sneaker is virtually the same as the lateral aspect. The main difference is we see the Converse sun-like logo printed on the medial aspect, and also the pattern, the satin Serververse pattern, is slightly different on the medial side than it is on the lateral side. Now I find it interesting that Converse puts their logo on the medial side. I think it's probably because they don't want to distract away from the attention of the satin print upper, and therefore they're kind of putting it on the medial side so that people, when you're walking, can appreciate the satin Serververse upper. And moving to the posterior aspect of the sneaker, we have a feature that I do really like, where the outsole broaches up the back of the heel, and just for good measure they have put the Converse logo in the space blue that's similar to the front outsole right in the middle that pops, obviously providing a lovely contrast to the black. As we continue up, we have this black material that's stitched into the space blue heel pull tab. Inside the sneaker, we have the space blue going throughout, and we also have the Converse logo, if you guys can appreciate, on the insole. Being satin, there isn't much cushioning in the upper, as you notice, but it's a relaxed fit. I don't believe that this sneaker would really need cushioning, if I'm honest with you. So one of the big things that shocked me about this sneaker, I have to say, wasn't actually the design, it was the comfort. Now, as I mentioned in my previous review of Converse sneakers, the last pair of Converse I tried on a long time ago was unbelievably uncomfortable. So I kind of had my apprehensions, and when I put this on, oof, it felt like I was walking on clouds. Now, I've done some research, and apparently Converse have gone in and they have their CX foam technology that just makes you feel like you are walking on clouds. Also, a point to note that the sole is chunky, so it's kind of keeping in that dad vibe, sneaker kind of vibe. And also, just because it's chunky, it will add a few cms to your height game. So for those of you out there that want that, this could be a look for you. Now, I got a size 11 in these, and I've got to say these were a perfect fit. So if you're going to pick these up, I would go true to size. What's my verdict on these limited edition high top sneakers? I've got to say I am old enough to remember the original and to have watched and loved the original Space Jam movie. So this sneaker is already playing on my emotions somewhat. But what I do love about this sneaker is the ingenuity that's gone behind it. I like the fact that the creator has torn up the manual and has just allowed his creative juices to flow and has created this. And I think because of that, this is probably going to be a sneaker that I'll contemplate keeping. I'll contemplate keeping it in my wildest of wild card sneakers. Just probably to rock on those special occasions for people to be like, what? What? What you're going to see now is what these sneakers look like on feet. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please drop me a like. Your likes help me to grow this channel, help me to continue to drop exclusive sneaker releases, fashion tips, etc, etc, etc. It gives me a big help. So please, if you've enjoyed this, drop me a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future Crep Check videos. People, take a look at what these look like on feet. Live Surge is out. Peace.